Hey folks, this is Vince with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to quickly check out Luck and Loot. This is a game that's coming to Steam on August 1st, 2025. There is a demo though, so if you're interested in checking it out prior to that, assuming it's still available, then by all means download it. This is akin to another game that I really like called Circadian Dice. I've played that game a lot. And it's a dice building game where you're going to be going through a series of levels, trying to defeat all of the enemies in your path. And you can, it's like a dice builder, which is really cool. You can add different abilities to different faces. And then when I started playing this, I'm like, okay, this is somewhat similar to that. It's just very pixely though. It's more of like a side-scrolly thing. And the world map is just broken up into, I want to say, about 5 stages or so, and you're tasked with completing 3 out of the 4 dungeons in order to unlock the Dark Keep, which is what ultimately you're trying to get to before you die. Now, in case you're wondering, I didn't see any roguelite elements via permanent progression. You can unlock 2 other classes though. I thought I saw like 2 different classes outside of the one that I could choose, the typical like mage class and I guess the ranger or whatever. But yeah, I mean, there wasn't a whole lot of unlocking, no skill trees or anything like that. Again, the biggest draw for me here is going to be the dice building. As you defeat various stages, you'll get the option to draft new dice faces to add to your dice. There's dice capacity though, so like this face might add 5 capacity to this dice, so you just can't put a whole bunch of powerful faces on a single die unless you increase your dice capacity. You can also sacrifice these things to your star thing, that's like a star icon, and it levels up your dice and gives them cool traits. So there's more to do than just slotting dice faces onto dice. But yeah, as far as like the actual like combat is concerned, I was a little confused at first. The tutorial left a couple of things out, in my opinion. In fact, it's just screens that pop up from time to time. You have to actually like, first of all, you're given the option to roll dice, 4 of them, and then you lock the ones that you want in, kind of like in Yahtzee, and then roll the rest. And whatever you're left with at the end of all of that is what you get. Here's what I didn't understand. Like, you had to click and drag the dice onto the enemies or yourself. I thought there was like a apply all button or something, like it would just automatically attack the person in the front row, something like that, because some games do that. There wasn't that. So once I figured out that I could click, drag, and hold and bring it over to enemies, then I was good to go. But nothing in the tutorials told me to do that. So I'm sitting there for a minute or two trying to figure out what I'm supposed to do with these stupid dice. You do have like a special ability on the bottom middle. I'm like, okay, maybe that's the lock-in button or something. I tried that. No, it was just a special attack and it has to charge over time. So there's also like a lock-picking minigame that wasn't explained very well. You had to guess the combination, I suppose. I lucked into it. I just hit the right button 3 times. I guess that worked. Because the chest opened up and I got, one of 3 things inside. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, this game's okay. I like dice building games. Anything with engine building in it is a huge plus for me. Terraformers, even though it's not like a dice game, it's still an engine builder. I like that. Circadian Dice, as I mentioned earlier, I really dig that. This game is okay. Like, I like the dice building. I like the, sacrificing of traits. I like that. But it's done in a very minimalist way. And honestly, I think Circadian Dice does that genre dice building better, but that's just my opinion. I feel like there's a lot more to Circadian Dice than this. That being said, there's nothing wrong with having more of the same thing you like. So by all means, check this game out. At least give the demo a download, see if it's something that you'd be interested in playing. As it stands, like, this is kind of like a thumbs up, thumbs down for me. Like, it's just okay, but I didn't leave this game wanting to play more. I'm like, okay, that was okay. Fine. All right, on to my next thing. That's how I felt after this. It didn't like grab me in any particular way, but it's not bad. This is Vince. Thanks for watching. I'll catch y'all next time. Take care.